Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. It is a beautiful, snowy winter day. I've already put all my less hardy trees in the basement for the winter. All the ones on the bench now are the hardy trees, and they all survived staying out all last winter when it got down to like minus 22 degrees Celsius. My hardy trees stayed out on the benches all last winter, but that was just because our furnace broke and I just didn't get time to get them in. This year I will put all my trees in the basement, so I've been cleaning out the basement, getting it ready, and I'm keeping my eye on the temperatures, so when it kind of consistently gets below about minus 10 Celsius, I'll start bringing my hardy trees into the basement, and they'll stay in there for the rest of December, January and February, and they'll probably go back out maybe mid-March. My greenhouse is getting a blanket of snow on top. It's getting a little heavy, so I'll just bang it away like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this greenhouse. I will reuse the benches and everything when I get the larger greenhouse set up in spring. I may even use it as an entranceway to the new greenhouse, so you don't open your doors on a cold day and it lets all the draft in. So I'll have like a double door system. I haven't decided yet, but it'll get used for something. Let's go indoors now, and I'll show you my setup for all my trees in the basement. In the winter, I keep my plants in the basement that's underneath the plant room. So let's go downstairs and have a look. So we'll use the door to the basement steps here and head down below the plant room. And here we are. So this is where my hardy trees stay for the winter. There's not much light down here. The only light I get is from the two basement windows. But the trees, when they're dormant, they don't need any light. You can imagine small trees in nature getting buried by snow in the winter. They don't get any light either. I've already got some of my less hardy trees inside the basement. I brought them in about a month ago, before the temperatures started to get too cold. I've got one of my tables against this plain cement wall so I can make videos of some of my hardy trees in the middle of winter. I won't have to take them upstairs into the plant room where it's warm and humid. They'll stay nice and cold and cool in the basement as I'm working on them. I have had trees break dormancy early in the basement here. Sometimes towards the end of February, the buds will start turning green and new shoots will come out. It's too cold to put the trees outside because that new growth would die off. If you leave them inside here, they don't have any sunlight and they kind of don't grow very well. And eventually you have to put them outside and kind of try and transition that new growth to the outdoor sun, and it never works very well. It usually burns off and you have to wait for new buds to develop. So it is a problem having the trees break dormancy early. I do have the two basement windows up here that I can open them. They're sliding windows, so I can let a little more cold into this part of the basement. This part of the basement is shut off from the main basement of the house, so the heat, the furnace, doesn't blow hot air into this section, so it stays pretty cool all winter. So I'll just have to try and get my trees out early enough before they break dormancy. It's time to go back upstairs into the plant room and start today's work here in the Bonsai Zone. Today we're going to start a fun project all about Mars. I'll be making a simulated Martian soil and planting bonsai trees in it. The first phase of this project will be making a replica Martian soil. Then I'll be planting it in this biodome, adding our temperature and humidity gauge, and trying to grow our bonsai trees. I printed up a vinyl sticker of all our Martian logos and stuff to spruce up our biodome. To complete our Martian landscape, I'll also be 3D printing a Curiosity Rover to go inside the biosphere. Before I get started on making the Martian soil, I'll cut out some stickers and get our biodome looking really good. To make this set of stickers, I just downloaded the images off the internet, moved them around in position, and printed it off on a sticky-backed vinyl film. I'm just picking out various stickers that would look good on my biodome. I think this one, Mars Simulation Project Mars, would be good. NASA Science Mars Exploration Program would be a good one. Maybe the Canadian Space Agency, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which makes the Mars rovers, NASA. So yeah, there's some good ones I can stick on my biodome. All right, I'll cut out my first sticker now. Just cutting along the edge here carefully. There, and we'll just cut it roughly off here. And then I'll finish trimming it. Like that. There we go. That looks pretty good. This whole sticker set only cost me $7 to print. I'll cut out the Mars Exploration Program next. That looks good. So I've got 2 stickers now. So I'll try placing these stickers on first. I'm thinking we want this Mars Simulation Project Mars one somewhere fairly visible. Maybe even on top here. Yeah, I think it would look quite good up here. So we'll start that one first. I'll peel the backing off and carefully position it. I'll just tack it in place. That looks good. Kind of, yeah. So I'll stick that down. That looks good. There, we have our first sticker on. So that tells us it's the Mars project. I think we could put that one right below it. Mars Exploration Program. And I'll line this up again. Don't want to get our stickers crooked, do we? I think somewhere about there is looking good. There we go. There, that looks good. And we'll put NASA way down at the end here. That looks good. Well, the biodome is looking quite fancy with all its stickers on. I think I will add one more sticker, and that's the Canadian Space Agency. There is a component on the Mars rover that was developed in Guelph, Ontario, which isn't too far away from here, and it's an alpha particle X-ray spectrometer. The X-ray spectrometer was developed at the University of Guelph. So in honor of that, we'll put a Canadian sticker on here. There we go. I think I need one more sticker over here, and that'll be this Mars sticker. Sort of the NASA logo with Mars written there. So I'll put that here. Right like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. I put the big NASA logo up on the wall here. It kind of matches my Canadarm space station type feel to the room. Both the greenhouse and the thermohydrometer are both made by Mondi, so they're made for each other. This mounts to the front face of the greenhouse, and there's little probes that go through the plastic. I think I have to drill some holes, and there's little nuts that attach it to the back. So I'll open this up, the packet up, read the instructions, and I'll start mounting the instrumentation. Okay, so we have a warranty. We have the sticker for laying out the holes. And this looks like the instructions. French side, here's the English. Mondo Mini Greenhouse Thermo Hygrometer. Important product information guide. So I'll give that a read. And here's the actual unit now. I'll take it out. There's a little clip here. I guess it can stand up by itself in the greenhouse. This must be the battery, is it? No. Oh, this is the little drill for making your holes in the plastic. It's a little tool. So on the back is the two little sensors. It has Fahrenheit and Celsius, and it's got on off. Let's turn it on. It's on. So there's a sticker here I have to peel off. This is just a fake thing. I don't know how I get it started. I think I got it started now. There it comes. Just a vinyl sticker. There we are. I just stuck the sticker on the side of the greenhouse. Someday in the future they'll have that where it just is right in the plastic, I'm sure. But for now, we have to mount our little unit to the front of the greenhouse. So this is the template for laying out the holes. It's a reusable sticker. It says remove the backing, place reusable sticker where your Mondi thermo hygrometer will be installed. Use Mondi proprietary drill provided to make the holes. Mount the unit into the Mondi mini greenhouse. Okay, so I guess, you know, we can place this sticker high or we could place it low. I think we want to know where the humidity level is and the temperature. Down here, lower, you know, kind of near where the plants are growing and germinating and where the soil is. So I don't think we want it up high here because that'll give us an artificial high reading because heat rises. So I think I'll put it somewhere down here. So I'll peel the sticker off here. It's just a kind of a light vinyl sticker. It does have a sticky back. And I'll place it right in the middle of the greenhouse and down low here. So here's the middle, right about there, down low, and we're ready to drill. So I have their little drill here. So I think you probably just turn it by hand. I'll read the instructions. You can take the little nuts off the back of these sensors. They just unscrew by hand here. See? So I'll take those off. And I will start drilling these holes. I'm just going to read the instructions though. With one hand, hold the inside of the greenhouse. Position the drill bit included against one of the two circles marked on the sticker. Turn the drill by hand or by drill to cut out the circle. Keep hands and fingers away from the drill or you could cut your fingers. Turn clockwise. Okay, I'm going to try it. Here we go. Put my hand behind here. I'll position my drill. Position my drill right here. I'll just poke my little starter hole and start drilling. Definitely cutting. It's starting to cut through now. there we go. I just have the plastic hanging down here. I'll just twist it off. There. Okay, that made a good hole through there. You can see it there. And I'll try the other one now. There's a close-up of the 2 holes I put in the side of the greenhouse. So now I can remove the sticker. There. I've got the sticker back on the backing now, so I can reuse it. If this, greenhouse ever got damaged, I can use this sticker and drill holes in a new one and remount my instrument. The next task is to actually mount the instrument. So I'll do that now. I'll turn it on. Looks like it's kind of calibrating. So it says it's 22 degrees Celsius in here and 67% relative humidity. So this goes in through here. Let's lift our cover up. We'll stick our sensors into the greenhouse, and then I'll screw these nuts on the back here. Just hand tighten them like that. And there we go. That is really cool. So now I can see the temperature and the humidity inside the greenhouse at all times. I'll try switching the temperature gauge to Fahrenheit. So it says it's 74 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the same as 23 degrees Celsius. On top of the greenhouse, there's 2 circular valves. You can open and close them for more or less airflow. The valve is totally closed now, but I can open it up and it lets air into the greenhouse. You could also place a little battery-powered fan inside your greenhouse to help circulate the air. The little biodome is all done. It's looking fancy with its stickers. It's got its instrumentation on the front. The next step will be to actually make a replicant Martian soil. To make an authentic Martian soil, I'll need to go on the internet and look at all the data supplied by all the various rovers that have landed on Mars. Let's go into the computer now and we'll look at the chemical composition of Martian soil. I'm at the NASA website here and the Mars Exploration Program, and it shows a graph of all the analysis of the soil. If I enlarge that, it has graphs from the Spirit rover, the Opportunity rover, and the Curiosity rover. So all the graphs pretty well match up. There is some variation, but not a whole lot. It's also important to note on this graph that the concentrations of silicon dioxide, which is sand, and iron oxide were divided by 10, so they're condensed smaller, and nickel, zinc, and bromine levels were multiplied by 100. Otherwise they wouldn't show up on the graph. They're very small trace amounts. I found a good website on the internet, how to make simulant Martian dirt. I'll put the link to the website in the description below. Over half the weight of Martian soil is silicon dioxide, which is just sand, and I have that on hand. The second most abundant ingredient is Fe2O3, which is rust or iron oxide. And I'll be making that from scratch, so that'll be kind of fun. I'll start that tomorrow. Some of the other ingredients I'll need is aluminum oxide, magnesium oxide, and calcium oxide. So we'll have to do a bit of searching to find those. I've seen a lot of people grow plants in Martian soil, and it works. They grow peas and other plants, mainly used for food. But I've never seen trees growing in Martian soil, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. I will have to fertilize the soil because there's no nitrogen in the soil, there's no organic matter, and there won't be any bacteria at first. So I will have to fertilize it just like I do on my bonsai trees, and we'll see how the trees do. There is a 3D model of the Curiosity Rover that you can download free from the NASA website. So that was my intent, was to download the model, 3D print it, and then kind of super detail it to make it look more realistic. The model, I was looking at it, on my screen, and it didn't look right to me, and so I checked the proportions of it against some diagrams that I found online and photographs, and I found the accuracy was way out on the model. It's kind of not even close. So I'm going to remodel it. I'm going to model it after the new rover that's coming out in 2020. That'll be going to Mars. It's very similar to the Curiosity Rover. It just has different scientific instruments on it. Different wheels also. The wheels on the Curiosity Rover, they were starting to fail. They were getting failures in the wheels, so they changed the actual tire design, and it looks just a little different. So I've begun to make my own 3D model of the 2020 rover for 3D printing. That's all for today. Tomorrow I'll start making my Martian soil, so that'll be coming up in part 2. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for watching in the Bonsai Zone.